My name is Kate. I'm from Ottawa. I'm 22 years old.
My name is Noah Belanger. I'm 17 years old.
My name is Joshua Harris, and I'm graduating from St. Mary's High School.
I just graduated from Ottawa U.
I'm currently 18.
And I just graduated from Nepean High School.
And I host for this program.
I was finishing high school. I felt really nervous.
A lot of people are asking me, where are you going next year? Like, what are you doing?
Kind of nervous. I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
I didn't know which way to go.
I didn't feel like I was prepared.
And my mom mentioned this program to me.
When I told my friends that I was going to do a gap year program, they thought it was really interesting actually.
It really puts me on a path that I didn't have before.
Learning about myself and what I can do and what I'm really interested in.
It's a really good opportunity for me to be able to explore different career paths.
Go other places and see other cultures.
And just even learn about some that I may not have ever thought about.
It's been a long time coming that there's actually a program for people to take a year off and it's structured to help them.
It's going to be an awesome experience.
Discover Year is a structured gap year that we created because we saw a need for a transitional program between high school and university, and in fact even beyond.
What better time to step out of your comfort zone?
So the overview of the year can be broken down into 5 phases. So in fact, with the inaugural group, we're just about to start the first phase, which is the job search. That's where we'll help students build good resumes and help them understand what it means to create a good resume that will earn them points with human resources managers. We'll help them work on cover letters, we'll teach them networking skills and interview skills, and then we'll help integrate them in the workplace.
A lot of good interview skills, how to approach employers, how to write good resumes.
That's a skill he learned at the program itself. How to do your resume properly to suit the job that you're applying for. How to talk to the managers, to be brave enough to go talk to them directly and present yourself in the best possible way.
And then the second phase is a work term of 5 months from September until January, where they'll be actually working 30 to 40 hours per week.
I'm most excited about the work placements just because I am newly graduated. I think that it would be really beneficial to look at different careers that I'm potentially interested in doing long term.
And then in the month of February, there's a distinct travel period where they will go anywhere in the world where they would like to go. We'll help them with the resources again, with the planning, give them some guidance, but it's up to them to decide where they want to go. So they have the opportunity to explore a different country, different region, learn a new language, do some humanitarian work, visit old relatives, visit their parents' homeland, whatever the case may be. They'll get to explore for 1 month wherever they'd like.
Myself and my friend Ben, we went to pretty much the west coast of Europe, and we went to Paris, Barcelona, and the Walk de Santiago. It was such a liberating experience because I've been lucky to be blessed with parents like these who allowed me to stay here and have a few responsibilities also, and just taking care of myself and my friend Ben for a whole month like that. It was a great learning experience. It was really freeing to just when you're walking, that was all we had to do all day was just walk. So anything else was sort of seen as extra. And to realize some of the extra, you really miss, some of the stuff I really missed while I was walking there. But some of the stuff I realized, I didn't really need that. So when I came home, I set myself straight. Some things I got back, but I was a bit of a different person.
He'd come home and said, it's time, I would really like to learn how to cook. Not just it's time I need to, but I would really like to. And just about every day since he's been home, we've done something together. Or maybe he's called me at work and said, I'm starting on this recipe. Can you tell me how long to cook this for or that for? And so that's been really exciting.
I'm happy he's opened up his mind, and so if he has to go another place next time, that feeling I had before is out the window because I know he can handle himself. He makes good choices, he knows how to ask questions, how to ask directions, and he's smart enough to handle himself. So that particular travel, even for 1 month, it was a lot. It was good enough for him to grow as an adult, as a young adult, and become more responsible and more alert and more aware of his surroundings. And so the differences in cultures especially, that was really important for him to learn that. To see the difference in the cultures, to experience it, firsthand.
And at the end of all this, they'll be implementing some community service project, which is the 5th phase, whereby they help some need in their community directly through whether it be a fundraiser or hosting an event or providing information to a group that has a need.
You're usually pretty happy, go lucky, you go in, you have a nice conversation, and then you leave, right? So you want to be that nice person at the other side of the desk.
Well, today we're giving a workshop that we've been working on for the past couple months now, and this will help high school students get jobs for the summer. So originally, I guess we had the idea, looking for different ideas of what to do, and we funded our goals on helping our community, and in the simplest way we could by teaching them what we learned all year, which is how to get jobs.
Better to keep something for after the question so that you can kind of end it strong, right?
It took us months to prepare in advance for something only an hour and a half long, and those are things that I don't know. I've never done that before, and it was eye-opening.
Being like more, I guess, clear about deadlines and also meetings and just everything that's happening in general.
Okay, this is when this needs to be done. We need to get things rolling. So like as it got closer to the deadline, it became more pressure, and like that's how you build a diamond, right?
We said at the start, as long as one person learns from a presentation, we're happy. And we got definitely the best person.
My name is Brent Halverson. I'm a guidance counselor at St. Peter High School here in Orleans. I have one student who went through the Discover Year this past year, so he's just coming through it. I see a lot of our students sort of in that situation where they're just not sure what they want to do. They're scared, they're confused, they're moving on from high school and they're not sure what they want to do next, and they just need more time. That's why I kind of introduced him to this whole idea of Discover Year, and he's gone through it now. And in speaking with him now, I definitely see a big change in him. He seems to be a lot more clear-headed as far as where he's headed. He's always been a positive, enthusiastic type kid. That hasn't changed, but he just seems to know where he's at right now and where he's going. So I'm proud of him.
Throughout the 2 work terms, for 10 months total, every Wednesday we'll come together and have Discovery Days. Discovery Days involve workshops, so crucial skills workshops where we'll help them build soft and hard skills that are necessary for the workplace. And then we'll also expose them to 80 professionals who have things to share about their experience, their career paths, what's meaningful to them in their work, so that they can better understand what you do as a corporate lawyer, or what do you do as an event planner, what does it mean to work in the fashion industry, etc., etc.
I did a gap year, but I did my own gap year. There was no such thing then. I was just so tired of school. Played competitive ball and played international ball and so forth. When I got out of high school, I went and I worked in a law office. Well, I didn't get into Ryerson. I wasn't accepted. I was accepted to Algonquin and I was accepted to Ottawa U. I made the decision to go to Ottawa U to play basketball. That's the honest to God truth. And then I thought, well, I got to take some courses. So at some point, I'm going to have to do something. If you choose a life of experiences, make sure you look after yourself financially too. Try to get that through my younger self. That's the one thing I would say is go for the experiences, but also make sure you're creating a little nest egg along the side.
They'll also get coaching throughout those periods. So once a month they'll have their own career coach that will meet with them on a monthly basis to run through a series of self-assessments in terms of their personality and their career desires, and they can help them build towards their next step in life, whether it be university or college or a job, and help them really identify who they are as a person and what's important to them.
Through my time here, I've learned many skills, and I've acquired a job at Nicastro, San Mirabel, and done other things. We did a community project, help kids find summer jobs, and I went to Spain to walk the Camino Frances, and I learned that I have a love for community and just tight-knit groups. that's something that I learned by myself and I hope to see in the future.
I am an artist at heart. I'm a songwriter, and I'm very into mechanics and building things, so I want to get into aircraft engineering next year at Centennial, back home in Toronto. So me and Josh went to Germany for a month, and that was a very interesting experience. I started to realize that like everywhere I go in life, it's to connect with people and grow as a person. So yeah, I like to think that I'm an open-minded leader, and hopefully in the future you'll see me on a billboard or something.
There's a very important difference between deciding to take a year in between your studies and just deciding not to go to university yet. And there's a mental framework that exists for people that decide, I'm going to take some time, I'm going to learn about myself, and I want to learn what I want to do, and then I'm going to move on with purpose in my education, versus those that just decide not to go.
See changes in myself, and like I've had other people tell me that they've seen changes too, so I think that is like the most meaningful part of the year.
Do you want to share what changes at all?
Just, I'm not like smarter, but like more aware, I guess, more maybe open-minded and confident.
Just getting out, looking left and right, knowing what you want to do is something that you wouldn't really think about doing, just keep on looking forward. But it's nice to take a step back and take it all in.
Yeah.
Stuff happens in life, and like the best thing that I got out of this was like, no matter what, one, either you know what you're gonna do, or life will set you with paths to take, and you just choose. You have to choose, and other paths will come up along the way, and it's all up to you to just choose what you want, because no matter what, nobody else is gonna choose it for you.
Before I was in high school, definitely like I felt really lost, and I was like, whatever happens, I'm just gonna go with the flow. And then now I just feel like I'm in control of my life. And I feel like, hey, if I want something, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I don't care what people think.
It's been very rewarding for me to meet people who are famously successful in every different possible way in life, who have done gap years, and I have yet to meet anybody who did a gap year that wasn't successful. So I think a lot of people are very concerned about the fact that it's new and it's innovative and it's different and it's not the traditional well-worn path, when in fact it's been around for a long time. People who do gap years are absolutely more successful at school immediately thereafter, and more successful in their lives and happier as a result of taking the time to figure out what they actually want in life.
He is opening up more. I gotta be honest with you, Jay, this is the most I've heard him speak ever. Like continually.
My parents would sympathize.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just this interview has demonstrated what you've done for him this year. Like it's it almost brings us to tears. It's pretty wonderful. We're very happy and thankful for the program.